Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I have been feeling very inspired by Millefiori. I know I'm saying that wrong. Just recently. So Millefiori, or thousand flowers, it means thousand flowers in Italian, which I think is such a lovely name. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful and ancient art form and craft. I've always loved it, and for some reason it's been buzzing around in my head for the last couple of weeks. I've done a little bit of doodling with some pens and things, and I'm just going to do a bit of painting with a view to working up a couple of designs I've got in my head, one for a 3D more crafting project and one for a longer term stitching project. But I thought I'd put the camera on and bring you along to see how I'm going to think things through and how this idea evolves. Not quite sure what's going to happen or where it's going to go, if anywhere. At the moment, my plan is to carry on playing with some of the ideas that I've got during the live stream on Saturday. So before I forget to mention later on, this Saturday coming, so that's the 6th of July from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. We're in British summertime at the moment, so look for BST. If you're in a different country, look for BST to make sure you get the right time zone. I will put a link to the live stream because it's already scheduled in the description box below this video as well, so you can go there now and set a reminder so you don't miss this. If you'd like to join us, it's always a lot of fun. Let's stop waffling on about that and I'll show you what I've been doing. So yeah, this idea kind of came about from two different directions. So this is my colour inspiration journal I did a while back, you might remember, and you can see from bits of this I've always loved playing with circular motifs, always have done. I've been playing with things a lot here. I think I scribbled down, did I thought I did. Yeah, some more sort of circular theme ideas that I want to try out, so I just sort of scribbled them down here so I wouldn't forget. And then just recently I did this testing out some paint pens, and I've got myself this bag of flat pebbles, which are sold especially for painting on because they're smooth and they're flat, and you're not really supposed to help yourself to pebbles from the beach. Strictly speaking, you're not really allowed to do that. So I bought these. They didn't cost me very much. Got them from Amazon. I need to wash them before I start painting on them, and I'm gonna do a Millefiori inspired design on them using paint pens, I think, or maybe acrylic paint, and then varnish them to make pattern weights, because I start to do quite a bit of dressmaking at the moment, and it is really useful to have weights. I've got clips and I've got pins, but it would be nice to have some weights as well. This feels lovely in my hand. It seems to be quite resilient, but probably for the pattern weights I will varnish it, and that will help to make it look more Millefiori too. I've started doodling with some ideas here. I'm just going to take you to what I've been looking at as kind of references, inspiration. So I looked up the history of Millefiori, and a whole lot of images came up which I find really inspiring. I love all of these different designs here. This is quite a modern looking one. Look at all these colours here. Paperweights, lots of people know the paperweights and the beads. Murano glass is a name we all know, we all associate with Millefiori. Just love these. Of course, they're made of these glass, they make canes, long canes, which they slice up into these beads, so it's the same design all the way through. I was very interested to see, apparently, these go back hundreds of years. People did portraits using the same method. And this goes back, this is ancient Egyptian, I believe. They wouldn't have called it Millefiori then, they wouldn't have, that's an Italian word, but I knew it went back to ancient Roman times. Here's a Roman one. So it's this technique of making long canes with a design running all the way through, like a stick of rock, which they slice up to create these beads, and then they put them all together to create designs like this. Some are really bright and colourful, some are more subtle. I love these ones done in sort of rainbow order. I think it's beautiful. I love it. You get that they're bright colours, and some of them are transparent, some are solid, whatever kind. They said there's such a huge variety of them, but I love all of them. Always have done ever since I was a kid. But obviously it's the brighter colours that are calling to me these days. Love this one as well. I love the way you can see them that there are a section of cane there on this one, all set into the clear glass. Beautiful. Then I also ended up going down another rabbit hole with the if you search the tome Klimt, so Gustav Klimt, Millefiori. So of course he's, you know, well known for showing richly patterned, flowing kind of fabrics with lots of gold in them. And you can see this. I'd never looked at this before. I've looked at this painting so many times. Never looked at it before and seen it as Millefiori. I don't know why. And I have actually been lucky enough to see some of Klimt's paintings, which were on exhibition when we were visiting, I think it was in Poland. I've always loved his work as well. I just love the style of his work. Anyway, there's a whole range of fabrics inspired by his work, and there's this one which is actually called Klimt Millefiori, and I love how they've included the gold. You seem to be able to get it in lots of different colourways, and they've included that gold that he does. Sometimes it seems to have black in between, in the spaces between, which I really like, and sometimes white. So when you look at Klimt's, if I go back to, I like all of the gold, and I like the white. There's the touches of white and the touches of black, and then the rich colours. So what I'm kind of thinking of doing is I'm going to play around with a bit more painting. I might then do a collage, layer up circles of paper and tissue and gold foil, and just layer them up and stick them on, just to get more of a feel for it. Just play around with some of the sizes and shapes within the little Millefiori canes, beads, whatever you want to call them, slices. And then what I want to end up doing is some of my pattern, paint some more of these with the Millefiori kind of feel, and then I want to do a stitched, I think I'm going to do a drop cloth. So I've got this bag of bits from my bazaar scrap bundles, and I've also got this huge piece. Back up here again. This is the piece I was looking for. Now I don't know where I got this now. It's clearly cut from a garment, which is making me think it was from a bazaar bundle, and you occasionally get really big pieces, so this might have been from a bazaar bundle, but it is huge, and what a beautiful colour it is. And what I'm thinking I'd like to do is use this as a drop cloth to stitch onto, create a Millefiori inspired collaged fabric stitched piece, and this would be enough to turn into a top, into something wearable, possibly, or it'll become like a beautiful cushion or something like that. I've got all of these lovely silks and things from the bazaar scrap packs, some of my favourite colours in here, and then there's a few bits like this, so I can use sequins in there for that touch of gold. I've also got, I put this here, and I think I found one other piece, but somewhere I have got a stash of organzas in different colours, so that would help to give me that kind of transparent feel that you get in some of the Millefiori pieces. I can also use other bits and pieces that you get in the bazaar scrap packs, like these. I think these would fit in really well, and the little shisha mirrors and the sequins here. All of these came in the bazaar scrap packs, and I think all of those would work really well to make a lovely, richly coloured touches of gold, little bits of shisha mirrors. You could just, so that is what I've got in my head, but I just think I need to spend a little bit more time doodling the pattern and things first, and I think it will be a pattern that I will enjoy doodling as well. So that's what I'm going to do first, just get myself into the way of it. I've had a practice here, and I wanted to kind of get some standard kind of typically Millefiori patterning. So I've come up with 6 or 8 there, patterns that seem to recur in a lot of the examples I was looking at, and you've got to bear in mind how they put them together. So I have watched also people doing polymer clay canes and slicing them up in the same way and creating these kinds of patterns. So if you kind of bear in mind how they would put these the glass canes together, so this would all be lots of small sections put together around. They'd make a tube like this, and they'd put these sections around it, and then they'd wrap it in another colour again and pull the whole lot into a thin cane, which would then get sliced up. And sometimes you get so I have seen heart-shaped ones, but sometimes you get so the heart is slightly skewed where it's been rolled kind of through the cane, so it will look just slightly skew. I can't make it do it now, but you know what I mean. Spiral comes up over and over again. I like the ones that are just spirals, actually. Lots and lots of flowers. I quite like the ones where they're sort of like this, where you get that, again, the shape of the petals is just slightly kind of warped. I did see the odd square and triangular beads used, but I think I prefer the circular ones. Yeah, this is the shape I like, and this as well. So with this one, I used, with this doodle, I used spirit markers, alcohol markers, because they're just so nice and quick and easy to use, and I've got quite a good range of colours in them. And then I used these paint markers over the top. This is that big set I got from FG Normal, huge. That's what I used. These are what I used on this stone. So to do my little painting I'm going to do this afternoon, I thought I would turn on the camera and share that process with you. I'm going to use watercolours. So I've got this, what is this? Prima Marketing. I've had this set for so long. I used to use this for scrapbooking pages back in the day. That's how long I've had that for. I think there was all the rage to doing watercolour backgrounds in scrapbooking pages. That's when Prima got into it. But the paints are nice. And then I've got this beautiful little set, honey, made with honey, handmade paints, handmade honey watercolour, CSY Art Gallery. They are beautiful. Claire got me these. Claire96 Bell. Hello, Claire. Absolutely beautiful. So I thought those would be nice to give me that metallic element. I think I'm going to break out some proper watercolour paper. And I think probably what I will do is draw myself out some circles and then just do some wet in wet with watercolour just to start me off. I might work on 2 sheets at a time, and then when that's all dry I will doodle. I quite liked the effect of doodling with the black on there, just as a fun doodling thing, but to make it actually look more Millefiori, I think it's better to doodle in the colours. And I do like the black in between. I want to try some gold as well. And I notice that when the canes are pushed together, or when the beads rather are pushed together and all kind of fused together, they don't always stay circular. Sometimes they squash up together and you get this almost skew with honeycomb kind of effect, though they flatten each other out. So at the moment I don't know whether I'll do that or stick to everything being circular. I haven't quite decided yet. But can you imagine all of these beautiful circular shapes on lots of different brightly coloured fabrics, and you could use really tiny snippets of fabric all applied to a drop cloth and stitched, a beautiful decorative stitching to reflect these kind of patterns. I just think that's going to be a lovely project. I need to bear in mind, if I want to make something wearable out of it, I've got to bear in mind it would need to be washed, so I do need to think about that. But I might make it something like a waistcoat that won't have to be washed every time I wear it. I'm going to come back, set myself up, and do some watercolour painting. So I'll probably then go into a speed through and I'll put some music on or do a voiceover at that point. I just wanted to come on now and tell you what I'm up to. And I'll see you again at the end. It's the next morning now. I took all this downstairs last night with I had my Signo Broad gold and white pens and a Copic multi-liner and all of the spirit markers. Finished this one. I think you can catch I like the gold effect. And I enjoyed it so much I started another one straight away. Bit different, went back to the spirit markers, which is easier because I was downstairs. And actually I think I prefer this look. And I kind of settled into 5 or 6 different patterns, different doodles. So yeah, this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7 different doodles that I just used throughout, and then spread out all my favourite colours are in there. And this is kind of looking like I've got in my head for my slow stitched piece, and imagine all of these. So what I will probably do is layer up concentric circles in different sizes. Some of them I might actually cut into sections and put and applique back on. Some of the kind of detailing I'll do just in stitching. I want to add some shine with the sequins and shisha and stuff like that. And I would definitely dig out some sheer fabrics to go with them. And I've got some kind of shiny, kind of luxy kind of fabrics as well. I know it all sounds a lot, but I've got this picture in my mind. You know what it's like. So I think next thing is I'll finish this probably this evening. It was very therapeutic to do. I might do another one of these doodles on Saturday. I think this would be quite a good thing to do on Saturday during the live stream, because I'm on autopilot with it now. I think it'd be quite a fun thing for anybody to join in with it if they would like to as well. And then the next thing I'm going to do probably later this afternoon is start on my pattern weights with the paint markers. Yeah, I feel like this is the beginning of a bit of a rabbit hole series of projects for me now. So let me know what you think. I think there's a lot of scope using Millefiori as our inspiration, as our starting point. And you could definitely adapt it to whatever colours and things you like. And you could just do it with very, very simple circles. Just stack different size circles together, if you want to go into the stitching thing, or have a go at collaging with tissue and coloured papers and things, and just stack circles. It hasn't really got to be any more complicated than that. But once I started doodling spirals into it and things, as I thought, really enjoyed it. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you got inspired by that. If you did, let me know. If you have a go at anything like this, please do share pictures in the Discord community and the Facebook group. I will put my link tree in the description box so you can find your way to those places and join us if you would like to. It's all free. We're a very friendly bunch and we have a lot of fun there. So hopefully see you there. Okay, thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye. Oh, don't forget, have I said already? Such a long time ago since I started this video. So this Saturday, the 6th of July, from 8 PM to 10 PM UK time, Tom and I will be live streaming from here in my craft room. I'll be doing something with Millefiori, and you're very welcome to bring along whatever you would like to do. If you're in the Discord community, you can share pictures of whatever you're making in the live stream follow along room, and sometimes people just share pictures of the cake they're eating, or the glass of wine they've got by the side, or the cat on their lap. You don't have to do anything, you can just join in the live chat. They're always a lot of fun. Anyway, okay, I'm really going now. See you soon.